Well, here we are again, seeming to be at a crossroads once again as far as law and order is concerned. We've had another shooting of an unarmed black man in the Milwaukee area. All the details haven't been released or whatever, but a man was shot 7 times in the back. Appeared seemingly unarmed. I'm sure people are scouring the internet trying to see if he had a criminal record and all this kind of stuff to justify that it warrant being shot on sight, because that's what they do. But once again, as a black man in America, you're left to confront the reality once again that, you know, things are different for us. Things are different for me. Things are different for my sons. I have 3 of them, you know, that I'm trying to raise up in the comfort of, you know, our socioeconomic class and continue to improve our standing. Yet, you know, sometimes you look out and you just feel like it doesn't matter. You know, a traffic stop could change everything. Just a traffic stop. Or in this case, reporting to a fight between 2 women and a guy from initial reports in a way who was there to break up the fight. You know, now of course there are going to be arguments about, well, should he have gone to his car, blah blah blah, and all this kind of stuff. And granted, as a black man, you're kind of conditioned to say, you know, what you should or shouldn't do in a traffic stop. We've proven that oftentimes it doesn't matter what you do. The Philando Castile murder to this day is the one that shakes me up the most. He did everything by the book, did everything correctly, and it didn't matter to him, to that cop. So, but we're still going to debate what he should or shouldn't have done, which led to the shooting. But you know, and it's hard to watch these videos because, you know, that, you know, as James Baldwin once said, you know, to be black in America is to be in a constant state of outrage. It just activates that outrage. But when you watch the video and you see, even if dude is walking to the car, it's 3-4 y'all over there. One actively is tugging on his shirt. Y'all couldn't have snatched him back. I mean, he probably looked about in a window between 190 to 210 or whatever. Okay. Not a smallish guy, but it's 4 y'all. And why, if you're truly reporting to an incident involving a fight between 2 women, why are our guns already drawn? And that be the problem a lot of times. Like, your first mind is to use your gun, is to have your hand on your gun, even at a traffic stop. I've noticed it in my traffic stops. Their hand is on their gun. Not the taser, not the belt, not the baton. Their gun. Like, you're ready to pull. And I told it to a cop once in a situation that, you know, I was involved in, and I'm standing there, basketball shorts and tank top, and my arms are folded because I don't know what to do with my hands. Didn't have pockets. Well, anyway, he told me to put my arms down and cross my arms because I'm making him nervous. Now, me, I have a mouth. How am I making you nervous? I'm just standing here. And again, tank top and basketball shorts. You're making me nervous. I can't see your hands. I said, if me standing here with my arms folded in a tank top and basketball shorts make you nervous, you need a new job. If this is what scares you, in this attire, in this manner, you've seen me wave my arms before, and I just have them in a folded position. If this what makes you nervous, ask for a desk job immediately, because you're going to kill somebody. But I have a mouth, and he left me alone. But you got some boys out there who got to assert their authority and show you who's boss. And see, that's the difference between how they police it. They police white communities or more affluent communities through service. But they police black people and black communities through intimidation. We have to show you who's boss. We have to show you we're the authority. You have to obey my authority. I'm a cop. But these white folk, I just saw a guy at a Walmart, altercation with a guy at a Walmart with AK-47 because he didn't want to wear a mask. And they seemed to bring him in peacefully. Not one shot fired from the police anyway. But a guy, before y'all surround him, y'all couldn't snatch him back or tackle him before he got to the car, if that's what made you so nervous. But no, you're holding his shirt while you shoot 7 times in the back. And 7 times, like, you don't think one shot would seduce somebody? You got to keep squeezing that trigger. Y'all out here to kill people. Excuse me. Y'all out here to kill people. 7 times in point blank range? One shot wouldn't have sufficed. A shot in the leg wouldn't have sufficed. A shot in the knee wouldn't have sufficed. 7 times in the back. And these are the conversations that, frankly, we're tired of having. But it doesn't matter how many times I have the conversation. White people got to have the conversation within their communities. And because they're the majority. We make up 12, 13% of the population. Been that way for decades. No more, no less. And yet, we make, and people going to give you the raw numbers when more white people are shot by police. Yes, because you're a larger percentage of the population. I mean, you're a larger, amount of the population. But percentage-wise, 55% of police killings are black or people of color. So how 12, 13% make up 55%? But then, of course, even with some black folk, they'll throw in that false narrative on black on black crime. Bro, what about ism? Well, you worried about the police? What about black on black crime? The police wouldn't act like that. Black on black crime wasn't so outrageous. That's a made up narrative. Read your history. Richard Nixon, tricky dick. Emphasis on dick. When he started his war on drugs, they had to justify violating people's rights by painting them out as more dangerous. It's so crazy to have people fear us when historically we have more reason to fear them. And all we've done is try to embrace them, embrace their culture, try to find that acceptance by them. And they still fear us. They still paint us as animals and criminals and thugs and violent beings. Is it deflection? Is it them holding up a mirror? Possibly. But they've done a successful job of even convincing us, black folk, to believe their narrative. It's harder and harder to keep that outrage buried deep inside. That's why people take the streets. That's why, whether you condone it or not, they burn stuff. Because that outrage just bubbles up so bad to where you don't care about nothing. When you feel like they don't care about you, you don't care about nothing. It's old, it's past old.